And one of the key things with all the issues that we found with differences in services is that from a genetic testing point of view, there shouldn't be real differences, because the National Genomic Test Directory came in a few years ago with the idea of getting rid of the postcode lottery. So it tells you what tests are commissioned and paid for by NHS England, the technology that's used, and which patients are eligible. And so you can just don't save a copy of this. If you want to look at it, you always need to go and look at it online every time, because it gets updated every 6 to 12 months, and you need to be sure that you're looking at the up-to-date version. So I'm just going to sort of go into a little bit more detail. So if you Google National Genomic Test Directory, it's the first thing that comes up, and the bit that you need to look at is the rare and inherited disease eligibility criteria, and it's a PDF, so not the Excel spreadsheets, and not the bit about cancer. So this is where the new world of R numbers comes in. So you may hear people talk about R numbers, and what that is every single test within the directory has got a number which is an R number. And obviously it's a really, really long document, so you don't need to be aware of all of it, but it would be helpful for you to be aware of the bit that's related to fetuses and neonatal teams. So there's a fetal section, which also includes NIPT, so it's much longer than this. I haven't gone into the NIPD bits because that's not appropriate here, but these are the numbers that it's important for you to be aware of. Another one I haven't put here, but it's the one that we most commonly use, is the R27. So if we have a fetus where we don't know what is wrong with the baby, there's a number of anomalies, we've got stored DNA, this is the one that we will use, the R27. So it's a big next generation sequencing panel that covers lots and lots of different genes that all have been associated with congenital or developmental anomalies. It's also one that we use in children, but in this case we're using it in a fetus. And this is the testing that's arranged on a stored sample after clinical genetics have consented. So in the situation where we think that there's an anomaly and you are involved in sending the DNA off for testing, the DNA just will go for storage, and it will only be activated when we have spoken to the family and gone through the process. So you're not expected to know about this, what this testing is, but it's important for you to know that the more detailed testing is not done just because you send in a sample. It's done when it's activated by our team.